Good afternoon. My name is Matt and I work with Grand Valley Power, and today we're going to talk a little bit about electricity, and my helpers are Leaf and Caleb.
And what we have here is a demonstration of a typical power line that you might see driving down the highway. Biggest thing is here, it is energized. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't feel it, you can't hear it, but we know it is energized. And we can demonstrate the way that it is energized. We have a grounded mat here, energized conductors up above. So what we can do here, this is one way we can tell when we do have a fault that it was energized. Alright, what we have here is a typical bird, and the reason it's okay, you got a bird up here, we've got wires and we've got insulators. So these wires are actually insulated from ground, so as long as a bird comes up here and just lands on one wire, it's okay. Or if it's over here on a structure, it can sit down in there, bird's okay. Now when a bird gets in trouble, it's going between two wires. So what we have here, that's when a bird will happen to get electrocuted. What we have here, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate flying a kite in the backyard. So if you are flying a kite in the backyard, you might want to go ahead and look up to see if there's something like these structures and wires in the backyard. If there is, fly your kite there. But if this does happen to you, what we've got here is an energized line, so you can't see it, smell it, touch it, hear it, nothing. And then what we're going to demonstrate here is if that string is out here, you're on the ground, your feet are actually on the ground, so it will actually complete the circuit. It will create what we call is an arc. It will create an arc and go to ground. So you'll receive an electrical shock, a burn possibly. So Caleb's got our guy here in the backyard, going to demonstrate what will happen if your kite becomes entangled. So this is what could happen if you get your kite entangled in the power line. If it does occur and it happens like this, stay away from it and call us, call Grand Valley Power, and we will actually come out there. We got gloves. We won't receive an electrical shock or burn. It's rubber gloves, and we'll come take your kite out of the line. What we've got here now, what we've demonstrated here, we've got our kite that's still entangled in the power line. Caleb's got our little guy here in the backyard. And what we've got up here is actually some personal protective rubber goods. So we actually do carry this stuff on our trucks. We put this on there to protect ourselves from an electrical shock. So what we're going to demonstrate here, we got the kite that's entangled in the line, so he's going to go ahead and create an arc with this grounded circuit. Now, to show how this protection works up here in case we happen to accidentally contact that line while we're working on it, we're going to set that up there and go ahead and nothing there, so it didn't create an arc. So this here is actually a personal protection so that we don't get an electrical shock while we're working up here on the power lines. That's why we wear the gloves and have this cover up so we don't receive a shock. Okay, what we're demonstrated here is we've got our vehicle. We're demonstrating vehicle accident with power line. got our down power line. It could be energized. We do not know that. So if you find yourself in this situation here, the best thing to do is to stay with your vehicle. And if you do have a way to contact 911, they'll get a hold of us, Grand Valley Power, and we'll come out, make sure the scene's safe. Then at that time, you can exit your vehicle and everything will be good. If your vehicle becomes more dangerous to be with it than to be away from it, the best way to do that is to actually jump from your vehicle. Do not touch the vehicle. Stand on the side of it there and jump as far away from you can. Bunny hop both feet together. This will avoid any step potential that there might be on the ground between both of your feet, closer to the contact point. You want to jump, and the reason you do want to jump as far away as you can from your vehicle is if this does touch the ground and happens to be energized, what it'll do is it's just like throwing a rock into a pond. So you throw a rock in a pond, the little ripples out there, so it's more dangerous the closer to where this line is touching the ground or touching your vehicle than it is further away. As far those ripples get less and less the further you can jump, so if you can jump as far as you can away from your vehicle, the less danger you are of getting an electrical shock or causing harm. Okay, right here what we're going to demonstrate is we've got our guy here, or if you happen to be climbing in a tree that's near power, this is what could actually happen here. So our guy here, he's cut a limb down, it's made contact with a power line, and then he's going to go ahead and attempt to grab that, because that might be your first reaction, is to go ahead and try to grab that and get it off there before it burns anything down, ruins anything. You're going to try to fix your mess before you mess it up. Best thing is, don't do that. Call us. This is what could happen here. What it is this, our tree, our branch here, it's a green tree limb, and it's actually a fairly good conductor of electricity. So what he's done there is actually created a path to ground for the electricity through him, and that's where he's actually received an electrical shock and a burn. So it's actually more dangerous for you to go ahead and try to grab that than it is to just go ahead and leave it and contact us to come with that. I hope you learned a few safety tips to keep you safe out there. On behalf of Grand Valley Power, myself, Lee, Caleb, and Matt. So thank you for joining us in our high voltage demonstration.